Yeah. On the third day, they threw out the ship's tackle with their own hands, with neither sun nor stars shone on us for many days, and no small storm pressed on us. All hope that we would be saved was now taken away when they had been long without food. Paul stood up in the middle of them and said, "Sirs, you should have listened to me and not have set sail from Crete, and have gotten this injury and loss. Now I exhort you to cheer up, for there will be no loss of life among you, but only of the ship. For there stood by me this night an angel of the God whose I am and whom I serve, saying, don't be afraid, Paul, you must stand before Caesar. Behold, God has granted you all those who sail with you. Therefore, sirs, cheer up, for I believe God, that it will be just as it has been spoken to me. But we must run aground on a certain island." But when the 14th night had come, as we were driven back and forth in the Adriatic Sea, about midnight the sailors surmised that they were approaching some land. They took soundings and found 20 fathoms. After a little while they took soundings again and found 15 fathoms. Fearing that we would run aground on rocky ground, they let go 4 anchors from the stern and wished for daylight. As the sailors were trying to flee out of the ship and had lowered the boat into the sea, under pretense of laying out anchors from the bow, Paul said to the centurion and to the soldiers, "Unless these stay in the ship, you can't be saved." Then the soldiers cut away the ropes of the boat and let it fall off while the day was coming on. Paul begged them all to take some food, saying, "Today is the 14th day that you wait and continue fasting, haven't taken nothing. Therefore I beg you to take some food, for this is for your safety, for not a hair will perish from the head of any of you." When he had said this and had taken bread, he gave thanks to God in the presence of all. Then he broke it and began to eat. Then they all cheered up, and they also took food. In all, we were 276 souls on the ship. When they had eaten enough, they lightened the ship, throwing out the wheat into the sea. When it was day, they didn't recognize the land, but they noticed a certain bay with a beach, and they decided to try to drive the ship onto it. Casting off the anchors, they left them in the sea. At the same time, untying the rudder ropes, hoisting up the foresail to the wind, they made for the beach. But coming to a place where 2 seas met, they ran the vessel aground. The boat stuck and remained immovable, but the stern began to break up by the violence of the waves. The soldiers' counsel was to kill the prisoners, so that none of them would swim out and escape. But the centurion, desiring to save Paul, stopped them from their purpose and commanded that those who could swim should throw themselves overboard first to go toward the land, and the rest should follow, some on planks and some on other things from the ship. So they all escaped safely to the land.